And in my family, my parents had actually been divorced. And I had had a falling out with my father. And we didn't speak, my brother and I didn't speak to him for a year and a half. And my dad shows up, and he shows up with this book. And many of you may have been touched by this book by Wayne Weibel, Medjugorje, The Message. And now my dad that I haven't talked with for a year and a half says, son, to me and my brother Chad, you have to read this book. First of all, I'm sorry for not being there as a father for most of your childhood and the last year and a half of your life, but you have to read this book of Our Lady. The Blessed Virgin Mary is appearing in Yugoslavia, in Medjugorje, and she's talking about come back to her son. And what do you think my reaction was as a 19-year-old boy? Bro, you have flipped your lid. You are crazy. What are you talking? And this is the last person I want to hear it from, right? I don't want to hear about Jesus Christ and God from my father who's not been there. A month goes by. He goes back to North Carolina and he gives me a call again. Son, did you read that book yet? No, Dad, I didn't read the book. Well, why not? So, well, Dad, I just didn't read the book because I was a little defiant, rebellion, probably had some spirits working around me, through me, whatever. I didn't read that book because I don't buy any of that Mary stuff. And he said, son, I tell you what, why don't you read the book and give me a call back and tell me why you don't buy any of that Mary stuff. And so, in my intellectual grandeur, which was not that great at the time, I set out to prove Dad wrong, and I'm going to knock him off his high horse and show him. I'm going to get my vindication. I'm going to get my vindication. I'm going to show him and prove him wrong, and I get into chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and all of a sudden, the thick veil of my eyes begins to fall more and more, and all of a sudden, I say, oh my God, it is true. What he's talking about, and from the source I least want it from, it is true. God is real. God exists. God is living. He's active in this world today, not just 2,000 years ago. He's alive today. And I had to have more. The spirit of Medjugorje that we experience when we come here from Our Lady, Queen of Peace, and what she does, you taste it, right? When you go up the mountains, when you go up the hills, the veil is dropped and our hearts are purified and we're reordered, because that's what mothers do. Part of what Our Lady Queen of Peace did for my personal life and my family is she brought my parents back together after 15 years of divorce. I don't say that to bring any honor to my family, but to honor Our Lady Queen of Peace. That's what she does when she comes into your homes and into your heart and into your lives as families. She rearranges them and brings unity and peace into our homes, and that's what Medjugorje is about. Amen? Amen.